forms, yet all about it is odd. It is a formidable foe, goddess. Indeed, we must bring all we have to bear against it. Now the flame, before it is too late. Well done. The beast spits spell substance. Avoid it at all costs. Caution. Peril. I will protect you. Let my magic imbue your weapon with the fury of the elements.
Begging your pardon, sir, but I've just sold off my last cart. That fellow over there gave me a handsome price for half a dozen of them.
Be gone with you, ruffian. These carts are mine. I paid good gold for them. And if you think I'll surrender a single one, you'd best think again. I require the use of all of them to transport my wealth to safety.
Begging your pardon, sir, but I've just...
I'm not taking any passengers just now, sir.
This might contain useful information. Shall we take a closer look?
Is it enough to have avoided...
At last!
These are troubled times, but rest assured, our doors shall remain open. You know where to find. This inspires naught but misgivings.
Mayhap we could bring the people to the seafloor shrine. 'Twould protect them from the Red Cloud's advance, if only for a time. But will the people do as we suggest? The crux of the problem is how best to convince them.
Begging your pardon, sir, but I've just so...
Be gone with you, ruffian. These carts... And if you think I'll surrender us, I require the use of all of them to
I'm unsure how best to proceed.
I am glad your majesty has seen fit to assist the Regent King. His Grace had...
Precious little time.
Tell is, Vermund was once a beastren kingdom. Truly? Indeed. Though 'tis not widely known among the common folk.
Up at dawn. Done by dusk. Wait for the new equipment to come in.
We shall await you here, Master.
Welcome, sir, as...
Drawn to quiet spots like this.
Always sets me to think.
Last night's payment was a delight.
It's the same. They are just how I like them. I go along with it.
Sometimes this is the only place I can find
Fancy a look at my wares?
so many happy voices carried on the wall. I must have I mislike the quiet. I've no notion of what awaits. And that is terrifying. So many happy voices carried on a while if I read a good story. There's no shame.
Well met, sir. How might I...
'Tis good to be reunited.
Always a fresh breeze blowing round me. My shoulder does a number on my shoulders. Barely lift their swords. I'm tired of breaking my back for someone else.
Would that all my days were so tranquil.
Yes? This was in Mother's room. I did wonder where it had gotten off to. But why would she... There's aught inside. 'Tis a... letter. Might you excuse me? I would speak with Mother. Mayhap there is hope of changing her mind yet. All she did, all the scheming, all the plots... 'Twas all for me, you see. So I cannot leave her to her fate.
I dare say I could forget all my troubles.
Mother, I must beg your forgiveness. I believed that you desired to make me sovereign solely for your own benefit. Yet in truth, you sought to better the lot of our people.
Ah, but I would have benefited. And handsomely at that. Besides, I cannot deny that I was proud. I wished to see my own son on the throne, and no other.
Even so, I cannot help but feel that all of this could have been avoided. Had I only been more attentive. If I had but better known your heart, I could have shared in your burdens. You would not have had to suffer alone, and perhaps together, we could have walked a better path.
Oh, Sven.
Mother, I beg you, join the evacuation. You need not fall with this city. I would not see you take your crimes wholly on your own shoulders. That weight is as much mine to bear as 'tis yours.
My son. You truly would make a fine and goodly ruler. Your kindness will save many lives. Of that I have no doubt.
Preparations. That's up my training.
I
my son. Your kindness will save many lives.
Would you be so kind as to petition the merchant at the ox cart station in the west of the city for the use of his carts in the evacuation? You may assure him that the royal treasury will foot any and all expenses.
Money can buy comfort, sure, but not all my days were so tragic. I'm feeling nice on the back of my head.
I'm not taking.
But not at the expense of my duty.
Surely I can permit myself but a look. Fine spot to take. With such worn-out gear. My list of duties grows ever longer.
Can't say I have any tidings to share. Off to market I go. Off to market I go.
Silence cultivates wisdom.
As a matter of fact,
Off to market I go.
I dare say you don't belong. I cannot afford another night of cavorting.
I've not much to offer you, sir, I fear.
Silence cultivates wisdom. If anyone else shares my soul.
Begging your pardon, sir, but I've just sold off my last cart. That fellow over there gave...
Be gone with you. And if you think I'll surrender, I require the use of all of them to try.
At last.
there's a lad.
Well met. Hope to see you again.
Good day to you.
We have found a material. I'm sure we'll find a purpose for it in due time.
try and stay away.
Should I clean up?
Apologies, but I can't.
I go with...
What would I to do?
No idle chatter during me.
Whereabouts are you headed?
I've wares of every ilk.
Tis no easy thing, making a living as a soldier.
Lots to do.
Oh, if wars goes awry.
Characters might lurk anywhere.
The month I spent with Lord Phases was a queer experience indeed. I was conscious of nothing. Nothing that is save your presence, Master. I cannot explain it. Mayhap 'twas made possible by the
Got any tales to liven up my...
All I need's my health.
The only person I believe in is myself.
Must be the townspeople.
Sometimes this is the only place I can find peace.
Off to market I go.
Aught you need of me?
Patrons, connoisseurs, friends, my humblest thanks for joining me here at the unveiling of my collection's crowning jewel. There is much more I should like to say, but the anticipation is apt to kill me should I stall another moment. Let us gaze upon the sculpture now. My word! 'Twould appear I overestimated your ability. How dare you claim my gold for a clumsy attempt such as this? You have shamed me, and shall ne'er again know my patronage, Fulvio. Now gather your things and be gone from my sight!
A dispiriting conclusion. 'Tis a shame how the sculpture turned out.
I know Clark wasn't pleased, but that was the best I could manage. I shall strive to improve, and perhaps one day he'll think better of me.
I swear I'll wring that incompetent sculptor's neck. What a fool I was to place my faith in him.
Sometimes I wonder if I'm
What are you doing? Put that away! No! Spare me! I pray you! I fear for my life.
Well, reckon he won't be coming back here in a hurry. As a matter of fact, I'd like to thank you for that. It didn't sit right, see? Having my wares claimed by some puffed-up minister trying to save his own skin. Anyhow, as long as I've got my gold, who takes the carts is no concern of mine. And if that craven comes crawling back, I'll tell him bandits took them.
They say a crisis reveals one's true character, but that man was no less miserably selfish than he always seemed. You have my support.
Silence cultivates wisdom.
I'd sooner stay out of battle.
Those new recruits barely did this.
A new...
We shall remain here.
When does my watch end? I've clean forgotten.
This job better be worth it. It's bloody early, Blake.
Ah, you've returned. How fares your procurement of those carts? You do? My thanks. That puts paid to the last of our preparations. I will inform the citizenry forthwith.
Dull days for us are assigned
not for it. Cut my teeth in a legs.
Forgive me for last night's scuffle.
I've been on my feet all day. My legs are as lead.
Meager wages like these
Would that all my days were so tranquil.
Gentle scratch on my arms and armor. It is a bit early for a rest. I suppose.
My legs are stiff as boards.
their harm to come to. These fiends are only truly defeated when their skulls are smashed beyond repair. Let my magic grant them an immense boon. I knew you would prevail, Master. Let us not get ahead of ourselves. The battle continues. Outstanding. True, and our quarry shall fall. Come to think of it, our ranks have gone unchanged for a while now. Our combined might is a force to be reckoned with. I say, we forge on together for as long as we may. That was well fought. There's no one standing who might say otherwise. We mustn't allow ourselves to become complacent. Take each trial as it comes. We must make haste. The red clouds draw ever near. We ought to choose our next destination based on the movements of the clouds.
"'Tis as I've dreaded. Calamity is nigh."
Well met, sir. Stop by again soon.
No purchases to be made today, I see. I just hope the shopkeep understands. That's a good piece of gear. Shall we put it to the proof? It certainly bears inspection. You're welcome to take whatever you like from my pack, Master. I'd gladly see you put what I find to good use.
Red with fury. What have we done to earn its ire? Caril, kemen rostindome non meltol, morvea curuir. You're no elf. Halan lome meltol. Firnis nambawe. I am called Darren. My brother taught me to speak your tongue. So different from our own. Do you understand me? I learned the words, but this is the first I use them. Others of your kind have come here, but my people warn them away. Oh, but I cannot stay. I must, see to the Arbor Heart. Ronde minita. Kana el kemen hu.
Fear al Khaliel.
My duty is the Arbor Heart, she is called. She is nature's very heart, and a pillar of strength for my people. We have always lived in harmony with nature, and the Arbor Heart is our connection to the land. Yet, day by day, her strength is failing. I must give her nourishment of the soil to help her recover. A special kind, called guenta in my language. I know not what you would call it in yours. Once, a dwarf wandered into the arbor and gifted some to us. It filled the Arbor Heart with life. Now, little remains. Too little for the Arbor Heart to recover her strength in full. She begins to wane. Do you know of this substance? It must be found outside the arbor somewhere. If you find any, will you tell me where it lies?
You can always depend upon me to translate for you, Master. Guenta is the Elvish word for scale cinder.
In your tongue, it is called scale cinder? Where can it be found, I wonder?
Now, scale cinder is a byproduct of the Battahl smithing style. A Battahl blacksmith ought to be able to tell us more.
If you see him on your journey, will you let me know?
Ayu, fanamo ne metane.
Ne ingarina Roman.
Lungtena peli telume, ane martir, tindome ingarina fa alme alcarwa? Lungtena peli telume.
Alis Heronon.
I fear for the arbor.
It would seem you say you're on the hunt for Guenta. Darren asked that of you, I expect. 'Tis said a woefully lost blacksmith once stumbled into the arbor and left some of it with us upon parting. In your language, it is called by another name. What was it? I know I've read of it, of course. Scale Cinder. That's the one. It can be found in Battahl, I believe. I know no more than that. It isn't much talked about, you see. The blacksmith was a dwarf, and the elders rather prejudiced.
I a lot.
Kemen humnaf. Alakarilm.
Ne ingarina Roman. I'll gather this. It might be
Akael arume fa in Iterond et le eldalia nu in Lalasta.
Nun lia tilmo.
Ronde Minotaur.
Fa al carwasil non via palan. Martinez
I fear for the arbor. Yet would seem there is far more at stake.
Nolwende hero.
Leretindome itaron.
We've made it then. What's our first order of business, Arisen?
Me? Now, this hardly bears saying. Air try. Many thanks.
Naught better to do than chit-chat with an old man. No one around here to pester me, at least.
Aye. Looking for Scale Cinder, are we? Well, you're in a look. Our forge is... Oh, 'tis at an elf's behest, you say. I'm afraid that changes things a wee bit. Elves and dwarves don't get along, see? Brocker won't want to help you. Unless you were to offer him aught he couldn't resist. Listen, I happen to know there's one bit of elven culture no dwarf can turn their nose up at. All elven fare's bland as grass. All of it. That is, save the singularly flavoursome dish, nutriab. Course, no dwarf would openly admit to having a taste for it. But the fact of the matter is, the mere smell of that dish has dwarves foaming at the maw. Don't believe me? Bring a bowl of it to Brocker. You'll soon see.
So the blacksmith...
If you're still after... But bring him a bowl of nutriab and he'd...
Can't put a price on.
If you're still after a source of Scale Cinder for the elf, you'll have to appease Brocker, which is easier. But bring him a bowl of nutriab and he'd fain deal with anyone, I reckon.
I do not understand. What has befallen our world? It seems the world is to be brought to an end. We cannot allow this to come to pass.
The sky glows.
We have reached our...
Have you found... A dwarven blacksmith has some? Truly? But elves and dwarves do not see, eye to eye? I fear the smith will not heed my plea. You believe he will if I prepare an elven dish? Which one? Nutriarb. Dwarves have a liking for it, they say? Are you certain? Nutriarb is not very tasty. Few elves enjoy it. It is a pungent stew of, old fish and apples, boiled till it forms a thick paste. But I shall prepare it, if it has any chance of bringing me Grafentia. The Arbor Heart depends upon it. Would you be willing to gather the ingredients for me? You won't have to go far to find them. I thank you. I need only the 2 main ingredients. Rotten apples, bring them to me, and I will prepare Nutriarb.
Rotten fish and apples? My stomach lurches at the very thought. But I suppose we ought to procure them all the same. You have my support.
Elelote and osto silfa malantha alecano mine avehum. Angudu telpe.
The apples and fish we gathered have gone rotten, Master, judging by the smell. Shall we see them to Miss Darren? I believe I can guide you to the person in question. A guide is most welcome. Now we shan't lose our way. Might we not complete our...
Do you have the ingredients? This is all I need. I will prepare the dish now. It shan't take long. My people dwell in the mountains, so we are rarely able to dine on fish from the sea. This dish was first made by an elf with a craving for fish, when no fresh fish was to hand. These fish already stink of the sea. Left to rot, they turn even more, pungent. Nutriarb is oft served at celebratory events, but I have never seen anyone eat it. Everyone turns their noses from the smell. I must endure. It is almost finished, thankfully. The stink is more than I can bear. It is ready, but it is so vile. I cannot understand how anyone could stomach it, let alone enjoy it. I fear the dwarven blacksmith will be angry if I present him with this, but I will trust in you. Come, let us away to Battahl. I thank you. Here, my brother gave this to me. Might we not use it now? The sooner we arrive, the better.
We need only bring this dish to the smithy. Are we to escort Miss Darren there, or use the ferrostone she gave us? Pray, allow me to show you the way. A guide is most welcome. Now we shan't lose our way. We're here, Master.
You're back! And who's that you've got with you? An elf? I ne'er met one afore. Not quite what I imagined, if I'm honest. Well met. The name's Sarah. I'm an apprentice here at the smithy.
Well met.
She's the one who's after the scale cinder, I expect. Have you brought some of that elven delicacy along with you then, like I suggested?
Yes, I have the Nutriarb with me.
Marvellous. I thought I smelt it on you. Mark me, you put that in front of Brocker, and he'll fain hear out your request. Right, follow me. I've just cleaned out the forge, see, so we'll need to make for the cavern where we dump all the excess scale cinder. Come on, you two. The cavern's this way.
Shall we follow Sir Sarah, Master? With any luck, we'll have pockets full of scale cinder before the day is done. By your leave.
Look around if you must, but be sure to buy aught.
I feel no difference between waking and sleep.
Yet aught about it is odd. 'Tis a formidable foe, the gods. Indeed, we must bring all we have to bear against it. Down the flame before 'tis too late. Well done. The beast spits spell substance. Avoid it at all costs. Caution. Peril. I will protect you. Let my magic imbue your weapon with the fury of the elements. This road is beyond our strength. I recommend a swift retreat. I will not keep you long. The beast spits a fell substance. Avoid it at all costs. Caution. Peril. Tis a simple-minded creature, by all appearances. We could easily redirect its focus with our attacks. By your leave. I grant you 5 blades. Use it well. Strike fast and true, and our quad shall fall. Arisen! Are you alright? We are hard pressed. It will be difficult to recover from this. your life during raid of this foe. It would only make it more of a threat. How are we meant to attack it without hindering it? What impels the beast to action? It always seems to be lashing out in pain. Focus on the battle at hand. Everything else can wait till it's felled. I shan't allow any further harm to come. Flame will accomplish little against this foe. Let's save our fire magics for another time. Pray, light your lantern, Master.